Kajiado North. The Honorable Manje.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving this chance also to contribute to the same. First, I want to take this opportunity also to mourn with many Kenyans who have lost their relatives and friends, and also condole them and say it has happened. It is good to allow those who have gone to go. Maybe I would request that, especially to the parents, during this particular period we are blessed with rains, make sure that you don't send your children to towns or to places you think is a bit risky at the moment. And also, during this particular time, sometimes men who would go and take one or two, make sure that you go during the day when the rain has not, when you can see yourself. So I want to take this opportunity to maybe condole also with the people who lost their lives in Kajiado County, and also my constituency, Kajiado North, because there is heavy rains and it has swept most of the bridges and people have died. But as a country, we should see why, try to work it out to make sure that next time it will not occur the same. I tend to think as a country we are not properly prepared for this. We have poor infrastructure on the ground, like our roads cannot sustain very heavy rains, especially the main roads near the rivers, and also the bridges, the way they are not very strong. Sometimes our engineers, when they are designing these bridges and the roads, I don't think they really understand how strong the water sometimes or the floods can be. So I tend to think our engineers should come out strongly and make sure that they advise the contractors. And also tell the contractors, if you have been given a chance to construct a bridge in this country, make sure that you do it to the standard. Even if you are getting something, make sure first and foremost you make it for Kenyans, because you make it in a short way, it will sweep. One day maybe your relative will be affected by that particular bridge. And also, I tend to think we should also make sure that at least we strengthen county governments when it comes to response towards this, because they are the ones living where people are. We should empower them, make sure that at least we give them an emergency kit, such that if something happens, it is easier for them to respond instead of waiting from Nairobi, just the way the members are saying. But having said that, we also need to read nature as a country. We should know that these are seasons. There are these rains. Around April, we'll have heavy rains, and that's why I think we have meteorological department to make sure that it capture this data and give it to the government for planning purposes. So sometimes you wonder why, like an exams are given during heavy rains. Like now, we know next year, the same time, there will be rains. Why can't we be in phase with nature? The other animals of the world, they are in phase with nature, apart from us people who can read nature. And instead of being in phase with nature, we antagonize nature, and nature is very unforgiving, and that is why sometimes maybe we lose so many Kenyans. And also I would urge Kenyans, why should you construct in the riparian areas? You will see somebody buying a plot at the center of a river. Why can't you take your money somewhere else and you buy a plot in a good place? Why should you construct a house next to a riparian, and you see when floods come, they will come to your house. They will get you where you are. And also those who are trying to divert the course of a river, you can't do that. At the end of the day, it will try to prescribe where it was. So you cannot defeat nature. What you can do is to be in phase with nature, and let us do that. So I want to ask the government to read the seasons, to know the flooding area, time, and plan accordingly. I support Mheshimiwa Koyo for bringing this discussion in Parliament.
Very well.